What's up, friends? What's up, family? And what's up, everybody else out there who's taking the time to watch? Mr. Voiceman back again, and what one hell of a difference a week makes, especially in regards to the NFL. A lot of big games out there, huge upsets. Buffalo Bills covering the 10-point spread they got and absolutely embarrassing the Patriots today. Getting that big old 8-year monkey off their back, you have to love it. But who cares about that? The best part about today was the Ravens show why they need to be taken seriously this year with an absolute just embarrassing. That's the word I would describe the St. Louis performance today, as we just run roughshod over them 37-7. I mean, Peter Griffin says it best. Oh God, it was friggin' sweet. I mean, oh God, yeah. And those cheerleaders, oh Jesus, they were so hot. I mean, cheerleaders aside, it was an amazing, all-around dominating performance. First and foremost, as I am probably one of the only true fans of him in this entire city, I really need to take time to just show, mad love to Joe Flacco. Granted, the touchdowns all came to his new little favorite toy, who we'll get to in a minute. He you can't describe enough. Came out throwing confidence in every read he found. He just dominated the intermediate and deep routes over the middle. I mean, as we saw in the touchdown receptions by Torrey Smith, all three of them match going to him. It just shows what a quarterback he can be if the offensive line gives him time. He did not have that time at all against Tennessee, and look what happens this week. We're down a lineman and Ben Grubbs. He did not suit up today, but that's why we went out and got Andre Gerard, or Gerard. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name. I'll work on that. But he comes in. He's an all-pro center. Move him over to guard, which is his second natural position, and the guy steps up in a huge way. Sorry, a little under the weather this week still. But the offensive line paved the way for a hell of a game. The run game did not get established as much as I thought it would this week. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a run first to set up play action and try to get the inexperienced secondary to bite and try to take advantage of them over the top. But, they came out aggressive early and often. And, I mean, hell, Flacco throws for over 50 times. All in all, I think they had a total of some 60-odd passing plays. I mean, it was just remarkable. It's a side of the offense I've never seen before, and it's about damn time that we start playing to our strengths on this team, and just Flacco led the way today. So game ball number one goes to him. And I mentioned him before, Torrey Smith, game ball number two. Really, really shaky preseason for this kid. You could tell he was nervous about making mistakes, and because he was getting caught up in his nerves, the speed of the game took over, and he really never had any control when he was out on the field. But after a couple good weeks of practice, and from what John Harbaugh said in his press conference, about a solid month of hazing from Terrell Suggs and everybody else on the team, he's finally starting to show his colors and show why he was our second-round draft pick with a 5-reception, 152-yard, 3-touchdown just outburst. Welcome to the NFL in a huge way. I believe, if my sources are correct, that is the first time ever a rookie has had his first 3 NFL receptions count for touchdowns. So game ball goes to him. And then, of course, the defense. I mean, all facets just unbelievable. Pass rush was phenomenal. Bradford, he has the lowest completion percentage in the NFL when it comes to being under pressure. Granted, we only had a couple sacks on him, but there was a lot of hurries. There was a lot of late hits after he released the ball. I mean, we beat the living hell out of this kid. I feel for him because he's one of the future elites coming up in the ranks of the NFL, but the talent level around him just isn't quite there yet, and I really feel bad for him. If there's any way I could get him out of St. Louis and onto a team with a better future than St. Louis, I would, because this kid is the real deal. Just no matter what was thrown his way, he still found a way to come back at us. He did have that one touchdown strike on us. I mean, it's our secondary's a work in progress as well, and he found that one weak spot, but outside of that, the defense just never let him breathe. Haloti Ngata, key, just fumble recovery and getting his first career touchdown. That is one hell of a way. That is one hell of a way to cash in a $41 million signing bonus on his new 5-year contract. So way to go, big man. You're repping that D-line just the way it needs to be done. So, but Chuck Pagano, the coaching staff, everybody handled it big this year. And also, I got to give a shout out, number 15, Laquan Williams, almost had another catch that just looked amazing, but got called back for offensive pass interference, but he didn't make the reception anyway. But it's finally good to see that for the first time ever, the Cameron actually garnered a game plan towards his talents. I mean, Lee Evans was out, so he put Torrey Smith right into that speed receiver set. David Reed was out. He brings in Laquan Williams. He brings in Tanner Dawson. He actually drew game plans to their strengths. And that's something that this team has not done for a long time. They've gotten set in very, very deep ruts, and that is something that opposing defenses have been able to take advantage of. But for the first time ever, Cameron actually played to the strengths of his offense. He said, I've got a speedster on the outside. I'm going to go to him early and often, and that's what he got out of Smith. He said, I got a playmaker in Laquan Williams. Let me put him on special teams. Let me put him on the offense. He gets his first reception of his NFL career. Hopefully it's the first of many. I really feel strong about that guy. The leaping ability for number 15 is just beyond belief. I mean, on that play, even though he never did make the reception, to be able to run full speed ahead all the way down the field, put on the brakes, turn around, do that insane vertical that I know he can do, come down with it, and the only reason he didn't catch it was because he hits the turf. We got a legitimate up-and-comer right there. Just a shame there's a lot of people on the depth chart ahead of him. But, I mean, still, though, that's nitpicking like gray hairs right there. It's just, this was an all-around dominating performance. I could not be any prouder of my football team. So that being said, we have a few minutes left, actually, according to my counter, so I can go around the league a little bit. I was surprised by the Packers just dominating performance over Chicago. Chicago played the hell of a tough game against them last year in the championship. Thought it'd be a lot closer score than it was, but Aaron Rodgers is just, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the NFL behind Brady. And he just absolutely decimated that defense, which has been so solid this year. Jets, they drop the ball and get their pants taken off them, or de-pantsed, as the correct term would be, by the Oakland Raiders, who kind of surprised, but not really. Jason Campbell, I've always thought, has had the ability to make it in the NFL, but when you're a quarterback that plays for the Washington Redskins, you have to keep learning offenses, because Snyder goes through head coaches like I go through toilet paper, which is actually very frequently. So it's just really refreshing to see a kid who has had so much patience and had to deal through so much to finally have an offensive coordinator and a head coach that are behind him and get into a system with some form of continuity. And the dividends are finally starting to pay off. Oakland seems to be the real deal out in the AFC West this year. I'm really thinking it's going to be down to them and the Chargers in regards to the divisional hunt. But outside of that, a couple minutes left. So next week, Sunday Night Football. It's the Ravens against the New York Jets here at M&T Bank Stadium. Don't really have too much for you in regards to pregame or anything. I got to save that for my next video. But the way the Jets have been playing and the offensive predictability, I want to say, and that very lack of a pass rush, for a better term, from the Jets, which I never thought I'd hear myself say before, seems to play pretty well into our strengths too. So for the time being, I won't make any strong predictions. I'm saying it's going to be one hell of a slugfest of a football game. Not to the Pittsburgh level, but it's going to be a damn good one. So thank you for watching. Come on, guys. Keep telling all your friends and family. Come check me out. I'd like to think I know what I'm talking about, but I'd love to hear more feedback from you guys. Any questions or comments or anything, please keep sending them. I live for this stuff. Being able to help you guys out, understand the game more, share my knowledge and my enjoyment of the game with you guys. It's pretty powerful stuff. Or as Flack would say, hey, that's powerful stuff, man. Except not as energetic. But that being said, this is Voiceman 007, once again signing off. Hope to see you guys real soon back here as I'll take you through the Ravens and Jets in the pregame video coming in this week. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.